Coming up next on Bear News, we've got information on what students are doing on campus to help the environment and how you can get involved.
Coming up in sports, the Bears geared up for the homecoming football game. Find out how they did later on.
And you may be in need of a jacket and maybe even a shovel. I'll let you know more about it in weather.
We've got all that and more on this episode of Bear News. Thanks for joining us on Bear News. I'm Emily Carr.
And I'm Kristen Skovelich. Due to the damage caused by the recent floods, University President Kay Norton postponed the annual State of the University address to Tuesday, September 24th. Reporter Kyle O'Neill was in attendance for this year's address.
With all the changes surrounding the landscape of higher education, UNC has needed to adapt to keep pace with the outside world. As University President Kay Norton explained during this year's State of the University address. In front of over 400 faculty and students, University President Kay Norton laid down a detailed plan to maintain the university's academic excellence, while also keeping an affordable cost of education for the students.
I enjoyed it. I was really impressed with some of the thoughtfulness that she put into it, and also that I could tell that the administration's been working really hard to put together a plan for the university. The RFP idea is really exciting, and it'll be really interesting to see what comes out of that. I think I was really impressed with the amount of attention she gave to each of the different areas of campus. So.
Thanks, Kyle.
This past week, the UNC Student Leaf invited students to come to the University Center to dye t-shirts. In addition, this event offers students the chance to speak their opinions concerning various environmental issues around campus. The Student Leaf is a campus organization that focuses on creating an eco-friendly lifestyle at UNC. Recently, the organization approved a project proposal to purchase 5 new aluminum can crushers at certain buildings around campus. The Student Leaf encourages students to continue to voice their opinions about these issues. The Leaf is always accepting proposals at www.studentleaf.com.
This week, the UNC students participated in Bingo Night, an event where they got to enjoy playing bingo and have fun with friends while winning great prizes. Throughout, told facts about alcohol awareness for college students. This event, planned by the Center for Peer Education, teaches UNC students the importance of alcohol awareness and highlights how it can affect college students throughout their college career. Hearing the statistics is a good way for UNC students to learn about this serious issue that many college students face on campuses throughout the U.S. Well, the beginning of October usually brings colder weather. Bear News meteorologist Paul Ford has your first look at weather to see if the cold front is headed our way. Paul?
The cold front is headed our way, Kristen, but right now it is a beautiful day at about 63 degrees. We're looking at about 50% humidity and a little bit of wind, making it a little chillier than it actually is, but it's not too bad out here. But we are getting to that time of year where it's time to talk about the first snow. As you can see, normally around either mid-October, mid-November is usually when we get our first snow. Even a year ago, we're almost at the 1-year anniversary of when we had our first snow last year. Now, when it comes to 2013, I can't tell you exactly for sure, but we do have a good idea about when that date would be, which could potentially be tomorrow. I'll let you know more about that in about 10 minutes. Back to Emily and Kristen.
Thanks, Paul. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at last week's homecoming events.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Every year since 2006, students have gathered together to support Cans to Candelaria. UNC's annual food drive. This year's goal, 50,000 pounds of food, all to be donated to the Weld County Center Food Bank. And with the help of the student volunteers, they did just that. In fact, they outdid themselves, raising almost 56,000 pounds of canned goods. The School of Communication donated the most of any group, raising over 26,000 pounds.
Last Thursday night was a highly anticipated hoedown of Bears Sync. Separated into 3 categories, housing, student groups, and Greek life, 12 groups line danced, lip-synced, and showed off their creativity in order to rise to the top. Using popular songs like Fake ID and Footloose and Country Girl by Luke Bryan, the Western theme was definitely a team and crowd favorite. There was a winner from all 3 categories. South won for the residence halls, Phi Sigma Pi took it for the student groups, and with a drumroll entrance, Alpha Phi and Pi Kappa Phi won for the Greek-like overall favorite. All of the groups put in a lot of time and effort to perfect their routine. Even if they didn't win, they still enjoyed the experience and had a great time.
As homecoming week comes to a close, students gather around Bishop Blair Field for one final hoorah before the big game. Every year, the Residence Hall Association puts on the bonfire event, where the homecoming king and queen are announced. A big fire heats the chilly night, and fireworks light up the sky. This year, in very close race, Tyrell Allen and Becca Hoy took the title of homecoming queen and king. Students gather around the bonfire and cheer as the fire flares and flames burn blue and gold. After the fire dies down, everyone moves to watch the fireworks light up the sky. Everyone also stayed through the wet and chilly night to celebrate UNC and cheer on the football team before the big game. All the excitement of homecoming week led up to the game on Saturday. Before the game, everyone met up for one more pregame ritual. The Nottingham Field parking lot was packed with fans showing up early to participate in the homecoming tailgate. Everyone, including a 4-legged fan, was decked out in blue and gold, supporting the Bears. There was music, food, and people playing tailgating games. With anticipation in the air, the tailgate lasted for 3 hours before the players rushed onto the field and the fans claimed their seats.
Since it's the beginning of October and Halloween is just around the corner, Bear News entertainment reporter Estelle Plaguet has a review of The Conjuring. Estelle, is it real good?
Yes, Kristen, the movie is perfect for someone who is looking for something scary to kick off the Halloween season. The Conjuring, directed by James Wan, includes the same recipe as the old horror movie of the 70s, when exorcism movie grew up in popularity. The movie has a creepy atmosphere set up from the beginning. Roger and Caroline Perron and their 5 daughters moved to Rhode Island in an old, isolated house. Strange phenomena quickly begin to occur at night. Noises start coming from the basement and an antique closet. Terrified, the Perron family asks for help from Ed and Lauren Warren, a couple of paranormal investigators played by the movie stars Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. They have no idea what they are about to go through. Nothing really new here, but James Wan, well known for the Saw movies, surprises us with a polished production that deliciously reminds us of the old classical Amityville. On the top of that, the audience can appreciate a great selection of unearthed vintage soundtracks. So if you like dolls, cracking wooden floors, and clocks that mysteriously stops at 3:07 a.m., this movie is definitely for you. And guess what? It is based on a true story.
Paul, you mentioned earlier in the show that it might get colder. Are we seeing snow soon?
Well, we might see snow soon. It's going to get back down into the 40s about tomorrow, but I'll give you all those details in just about 60 seconds. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Bear News. I'm meteorologist Paul Ford. We're going to get right into it today and get right into the nitty-gritty. You guys probably wonder when it is going to snow. Well, this low pressure system is coming in from the northwest right now, and it will be bringing us some snow later tonight, maybe into tomorrow morning. Right now you can see near Cody, Wyoming, and Laramie, Wyoming, they're getting a few snow showers right now, and that's going to be heading into Denver as we head later into the night. Closer look sees Meeker and Craig are getting some rain showers right now, just because it's not quite cool enough, but we will drop in temperatures as we head into the evening. Right now, though, it's a beautiful 61 degrees here in Denver. Even as you head farther to the southeast right now, we've got some 90s, even upper 80s if you head into Texas, into Oklahoma. Right now, though, here in Colorado, we see some 60s, and you can see that cold front heading through here as you look into Craig and look into the blue up into the upper Wyoming regions. High for today, though, was about 65 degrees. It's gotten a little cooler because temperatures was recorded around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Temperatures for tonight, though, we're going to see temperatures drop into the 40s, which will be our high for tomorrow, so enjoy it while it lasts tonight. Temperatures for tonight will be about 53 degrees. We're going to see some rain showers start around 6 or 7 o'clock, and as we head into midnight, temperatures will slowly drop into the 40s, and then when we wake up at 7 in the morning, temperatures should cool down, that there is a chance for some snow showers. We're going to see this start maybe after about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then when going into tomorrow, we're going to still see that rain-snow mix. We're only going to see a little bit of snow if the temperatures drop down to be cold enough. But one thing you do have to worry about are the winds, because we're going to see winds gusting around 24 to 29 miles per hour, with chance for gusts up to about 44 miles per hour. Now, if we look at this map right here, you can see there is a big chance of snow. And this map is trying to say if we can get up to an inch of snow. If you look in the Casper, Wyoming region, this is saying that they can get up to an inch of snow, and we're seeing about 100% chance there. We're going to see up to a foot of snow if you're in Casper, Wyoming, so watch out. But here, if you're in the Denver metro area, we're only going to see up to an inch of snow if we even get just that. But since temperatures have been in the 60s today, we're going to see some accumulation. We're not going to see much accumulation because it will be melting as we head through the day. Friday's forecast, we're going to see the temperatures at 40 degrees, but as we head into Saturday, temperatures will slowly warm up back into the 50s, and then Sunday, we're going to see temperatures back in the 60s. That's the way we like it. And then next week's forecast, we're going to see temperatures continue through the 60s, and then maybe see a little bit of a drop heading into Thursday and Friday, but it's still going to be a nice week overall. So now we're going to head it off to Rachel with the sports.
Thanks, Paul. Big Sky season started for volleyball and soccer. Stay tuned to hear how the Bears kicked off the conference season. Homecoming week brought all kinds of events and activities to campus, including a football game against Southern Utah University at Nottingham Field last Saturday. A very loud and full student section came out to the game to support the Bears for homecoming. After this 48-yard field goal attempt by Southern Utah's Colton Cook, things got very interesting near the end of the first quarter. Tim Tanzik threw an interception to Tyree Mills, and the next play after that, UNC got the ball back after Southern Utah's quarterback threw an interception to Max Flores. Fortunately, the Bears couldn't make anything happen out of that. After a fumble in the second quarter by Thunderbirds at their 30, Tanzik came back in hoping for a touchdown. First sign of the Bears' offense happened after Tanzik's pass was completed to Jace Davis. Field goal is good, and the Bears are up 7-3. The Thunderbirds rallied with 2 touchdowns before the half. Levi Teo rushed in the ball for the first one to bring SUU up 9-7, and Aaron Cantu's pass is completed to Griff McNabb for the second touchdown in the quarter to bring the score up 17-7. After halftime, the Bears showed consistent offense and defense with a few big hits and 2 touchdowns. UNC's efforts were spoiled, however. The Thunderbirds took the victory over the Bears 27-21. After the game, we caught up with head coach Ernest Collins Jr. to talk about how he will take this loss to prepare the team for Sacramento State.
Our kids came out and stopped them a couple of times, and we did stop them some. And do we got to eliminate turnovers? No question. We've had too many turnovers. That's bottom line. Turnovers and penalties, they kill us, and we got to get it fixed.
Bears are off to Sacramento State this Saturday to take on the Hornets at 7 p.m. The UNC volleyball team opened this year's home conference schedule with a matchup against the Idaho State Bengals, a team UNC beat last season for the Big Sky Crown. How would the Bears fare this time around? Well, let's take a look. Bears got off to a good start in this one as Andrea Spastak scores the first kill to give UNC the early lead in the first game. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end because it was all Idaho State from there. The Bears struggled to handle Idaho State's size advantage while the Bengals put an offensive clinic the rest of the way. UNC recorded a .212 hitting percentage compared to the Bengals' 33. Junior Brianna Strong led the way for the Bears with 11 kills, and sophomore Kendra Cunningham chipped in with 7. Idaho State had 2 players record at least 10 kills, while 3 more Bengals tallied at least 7 to combine for a balanced ISU attack. UNC fought hard but ultimately lost by the way of a sweep in straight sets during this Big Sky home opener. Last weekend, Brianna Strong set a career-high record for kills, totaling 19. And this past Saturday, another Bear set a career-high record, this time against Weber State at home. Sophomore outside hitter Kendra Cunningham set a career-high record of 20 kills. Yeah, 20! The Wildcats managed to spoil that night, though, by winning this match 3-2. 3 Wildcats hit double digits in kills to contribute to the overall .250 hitting percentage. UNC fought hard at the net, totaling 11 blocks over Weber State's 8. This marks the Wildcats' first Big Sky win, bringing their overall record to 5-13 and 1-3 in the Big Sky. Bears are 5-9 overall and also 1-3 in the Big Sky. UNC is in Sacramento State tonight to face the Hornets at 8 p.m. UNC's soccer team dropped their first Big Sky game of the season to Portland State last Friday in Oregon. The Bears fought hard, but what really got the team was being outshot 11-5. Goalkeeper for the Bears, Natalie Didamio, totaled 4 saves. Essence Ortiz-Lanier got the single goal for the Bears off a penalty kick. The Vikings had 13 fouls in this game, but still managed to take the win 3-1. UNC headed down south, a state, to take on the Sacramento State Hornets. Neither team managed to go over 5 shots on goal in the first period, which led to this no-score game. Didamio performed well again with 6 saves this time. Bears totaled 12 fouls, but both offense and defense is what helped keep the Hornets off the board. Final score, 0-0 after 2 overtimes. The Bears head to North Dakota tomorrow for a 2 p.m. game. Kicking a field goal and performing a punt in football looks pretty easy to do, right? Well, that's a question I wanted to know the answer to myself, to learn what it takes to kick a proper field goal or punt. We sent out Bear News director Jordan Doucette to find out what it takes to be a kicker for UNC.
I'm Bear News director Jordan Doucette, and today I'm out at the UNC practice fields to, learn how to kick the ball.
Lesson number 1, kicking a field goal with Tanner Ellingson.
So whenever you're getting ready to line up for a field goal, you'll come out, you'll have your holder with you. The kicker is the one that picks the spot on the ground. So when you come out, you're going to end up putting your spot, right here. This is where the holder's going to be. That's where the ball is going to be every single time that you kick it. So snap comes, the holder goes here. When you line up for your spot, your kicks, most kickers are 3 back and 2 over. And so when you take your steps back, you always want to make sure you line up straight, because it's always a straight kick. That's first.
Here's attempt number 1. And number 2.
While I didn't start off great, I sure got better.
Nailed it. Lesson number 2, punting the ball with freshman Jesse Holzmer.
This is for you, America. Okay, so we've dealt with kicking, now it's time to move on to punting. So, you got gigantic dudes running at you at full speed. What's the key to getting the punt off in time?
Well, the key is to get a good snap. If the snap's pretty good, then the punt will be pretty good. And then just following your mechanics, getting a good punt off, just being fluid.
Well, now it's time to punt.
There you go.
Well, nailed it.
Not bad. Inside the 20.
That's for Cairo.
At one point today, I made 3 out of 4 field goals. Needless to say, I'm thinking about walking on next year.
Good job.
3,
And to end the day, I walked off the field with my new bros. And don't forget, punters are people too.
Reporting from the Bears practice field, I'm Jordan Doucette, Bear News.
That really looks like a lot of fun, Jordan.
I know, you did a great job.
Definitely be rooting for you to get your name on the roster next season.
After the break, we've got your Pinterest pick of the week.
Stick around, we'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Let's take a look at our Pinterest pick of the week. Do you have a love for bacon? Well, if so, here's a way to take your obsession for bacon to a whole different level. Take a look at these Band-Aids in disguise. And from the looks of it, well, they look like the real deal. Just don't try to take a nibble at it.
All right, we're gonna go get some bacon.
Oh, sounds good to me.
Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week.
Until then, stay up to date on our Facebook page, Bear News 98. Be sure to like us.
Have a great week.